like Jesus. We can become fruitful, that other people, we can point to Jesus. My heart desire is to point you to Jesus. I am not I am not the change. I am not the miracle worker. I am not the healer. But I know somebody who is the healer. And so I want to always point people to Jesus because he is the hope. He is the hope of my salvation. He is my source. So Hebrews 12:1 and 2 says, check this out. Therefore, I'm reading from the NLT version. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a large crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. And let us run with endurance the race that God has set before us. We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. Because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, disregarding its shame, and he is now seated in the place of honor beside God's throne. Now, I don't know about you, this scripture gets me excited. If you would, I mean, literally, just break it down for a second. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge, this is one of the scriptures I'm also memorizing still. But therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, well, what kind of life are we supposed to live? The life of faith. And we have a large crowd of witnesses. Who are our witnesses? All the people in the Bible. They are not fictional characters. They are real. They are not characters in a wax museum. They are real people with a real experience serving a real God. So who's my witnesses? All the crowd of them, the whole crowd. Moses, David, Daniel, Joseph, Sarah, Rahab, all of them. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, I love the verbs in there. Let us strip off. Let us strip off every weight that slows us down. What is slowing you down in your faith? What is slowing you down in the life of your faith? Who is slowing you down in the life of your faith? The Bible is talking about, God is saying, look, you got to strip that off. You got to let that go. Is it unforgiveness that's weighing you down? Is it people, the wrong relationships that's weighing you down? What is it that's weighing you, that's causing weight? It's slowing us down in the life of faith. And then it says, especially the sin that easily trips us up. What is that sin that you keep getting tripped up by? Is it alcoholism? Is it sex? Is it stealing? Is it dishonesty? Is it homosexuality? What is it? What is that thing that you keep going back to? And every time you go back to it, it's tripping you up. It's tripping you up. That's what it's meant to do, right? Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. It's tripping you up. It says, we got to look at the fact that we have a crowd of witnesses to the life of faith. Then we have to strip off the weight that slows us down, especially the sin that trips us up. Once we get rid of that weight, once we get away from that sin, and we decide to live a life and surrender to God, then it says, let us run with endurance. In this life of faith, we got to have endurance. Everything comes to, literally, we work, when things come to test our patience